So this is our sales in the store. So our hottest item is the black t-shirt. Integra shirts, we have them in black and we have them in red. This is the one that people ask for the most. So this is the JDM Integra Type R shirt. So these are flying off the shelf, by the way. If you see this video, I did put a little post on Instagram to say we had them, and George and I are now cranking out shirts. I would say they're flying off the shelf, but we didn't even get time to put them on the shelf. They're flying out of the box. And then spark plug bolts, which we've been asked about those so much, so it's good that people have found those and buying those. Dress up bolts are starting to show up in there. LHT master cylinder braces, just waiting for those to come back in. They are made in the USA and anodized in the USA, so they're taking a little bit longer. Yep. Should have them any day now. Grip tech pulleys are in second to last place, but we only bought 10 and they sold out in 4 hours. We do have more coming. The art is slightly different on the black shirts. It kind of looks different because of the red. We don't want too many of the shadows. On the red shirts, the ink is a little bit broader, so it shows the shadows and the moldings and that kind of thing. It's kind of a unique, different style, but I really like it. This bender I made 18 years ago, and I made it as a quick bender because the one I had at the time for breaking our lids broke, and I needed it to finish it. Well, then when I started coming up with some ideas, I didn't want it to be a really harsh bend. How the bender used to break it, it would give it a real sharp kink here. I wanted it to be rounded, and I found this radius was what I needed. So I actually started with this and made the bender around it. And again, this, if you saw how quick I made this, I think this whole bender took me an hour to make, and it was supposed to be just until I got another bender. And it worked so well whenever he placed it. All the lids are still bent on this bender today. This could be the loudest tool in existence, and he has it over there. He's the other side of the complex in his shop, and it's that loud. I can't imagine being in his shop. Hopefully he's wearing ear protection. We have the hatch back in the shop. We're going to change the brake pads. We have the Hawk HPS brake pads. I've already tested this a bunch, and even with the OEM pads it's running much cooler. We're going to adjust the suspension because now it's settled. It's all off just a little bit. I think this corner is down a quarter, back one is right, the other side is up a quarter, so it's all a little bit wishy-washy. So we're going to go ahead and adjust that too. If you saw the hatch video, you'll see how we did the brake scoops there. And nice thing is they look pretty stock from a distance. We're not trying to make it super race car. We're just trying to make it functional and make it look reasonable. These, I meant to show you these. We got these off Amazon. It had plastic rings on here, which were kind of okay. These were 11 bucks shipped, and the fit's so nice. They almost press on here, and when you put the wheel on, it sits on after you take the studs off. It sits absolutely perfect. It's unbelievable. Did get the catch can put in. It's venting from the crankcase as well as the valve cover. Fits in there pretty nice. It's away from everything, lots of room. It's easy to drain. The little fitting is on the bottom there. Same breather can we use for our S2000s. Got Estra's car here. It's due for an oil change in 257 miles. So 25.1. Now that's average, and most of it's sitting in a car circle with the air conditioning on. And it runs on 87 octane, so this thing is actually quite impressive. If you drive this normally in the city, gets upper 20s without a problem. Highway, mid to upper 30s without a problem. I'm gonna go ahead and change your oil, put some Mobil 1 in it, and a factory Nissan filter. This one will be good to go, but like I say, keep in mind when you're purchasing a car, if it's your family car, look for something you're gonna save some money, and the fact that it runs on 87, that's a bonus too. Now these have to be the best invention ever. The cameras with the 360 view, these are fantastic. Now I try not to use this in full FPV mode, however, being a bit of an FPV fan, I kind of like to drive it by the camera. So Watch this 360. Look how easy this is. You can get this sucker to be absolutely perfect. Look at that. It even tells you where it's got to go if you want it perfectly in the lines. I mean, that's amazing. Look at that. You want to impress people with your parking? Use your 360 camera. Look at that. Then you can get it completely square. See, looking at that, I'm slightly over to the right, but it's, look how perfect that is. I mean, this is like a game. You could actually get this to be even better. Get your tape measure out, check your work. This is great. How much fun is this? But look at that. She said when she was shopping for cars, she really liked the Nissan line anyway after her last one, but she goes, it has to have a 360 camera. She's absolutely in love with this thing, by the way. 2021 Rogue. Loves it. It's got 12,000 miles on it. I think the other one had 80 on it when she sold it. This car here is for an oil change. We got it up on the race ramps. The reason we're doing it on the race ramps is because we have this car on the lift that is getting a clutch. This is a friend of ours, Top Gun. It's getting an ACT OEM combo. We'll show you that in a minute. Very popular combo. Sell it in the store. Had really good success with it. It's another option for upgrade into about 400 to 450 wheel horsepower. We offer the FX300 and the ACT OEM combo. Try and keep a clutch for everybody. This is a supercharged car. Let me show you this one. Now we are using a Honda disc. Of course, there is cheaper alternatives. You can get one off eBay that looks just like an OEM disc, and people will even say it's an OEM disc. This is the part number for OEM disc. It's the only one we use. And of course, the Nachi Bearing. You don't want to use the aftermarket bearing. It will give you issues. It's one of the fail points of any of the pull style bearings. So we insist on the Nachi. And of course, the ACT heavy duty pressure plate. With this, we're also doing the AP1 flywheel. It's quite a bit lighter, so this makes a considerable difference, makes it quite a bit quicker response, makes it revier, makes it shift a little faster, high RPMs, just gives it a little bit more of a peppy feel. So let's get the car apart. We'll show you what it looks like. We'll start installing this one.
Well, that was a bit strange. Now that that's over, the clutch is installed. I gotta grease the fork that goes through here, get the transmission back on.
So we're gonna let it warm up. We're doing a coolant flush too. We showed it in a separate video. This is our coolant bucket right here. It helps you bleed the system. We're gonna have a limited number in the store here pretty soon. I'm just gonna let it warm up. So as this warms up and it burps the air out and the water, you'll see it burp out of here. It's almost foolproof for doing the bleeding procedure on the S2000. It makes life so much easier. So this is a little overkill. When I say a little overkill, it's super overkill. But it's one of the things that we like to do when there's no weight on the wheels. Do the initial braking, basically just exercise the clutch, run the clutch up and down, let it engage, disengage, and it just gives that very, very first initial bite. And again, it's just super anal. It's just one of those things I like to do. I do it with my car, so I do it with your car. It gives the clutch every chance it can to get that nice braking without getting heat in it. So it is an ACT OEM combo. It runs on organic disc, so it breaks in fairly quick. It's not like the harder clutches like the FX300. They take quite a lot longer to break in. Start to mix through here. See the color changing? And then once it burps the air out, you'll start seeing it start purging out of here. Should start burping now. Now we're getting a bit of temperature in there. There it goes. It's just starting to burp out. We're getting thermostat starting to open. Again, that's the beauty of this kit. We've been using this for probably 10 years now. As you see how old the bucket looks. We have the brand new kits in the store. Go ahead and check them out. We'll sell it to you, ready to go. It pushes in here, makes life so much easier. See the master cylinder is leaking. You see that? It's not only just leaking, it's actually dripping the clear fluid. Can you see that? Is it over bright? That kind of sucks. We don't want to give the customer that news, but it's something that has to be done. If not, it'll leak the fluid out and essentially just get worse. It sounds good.
No, it does.
Yeah.
Especially in the car. Probably better with the top down too.
Yeah, it's a lot better with the top down. Let's get a sound clip. I'll let you go drive it, Christian. Go run it on the street.
Yeah.
And we'll get a sound clip. That way you can hear it on video too.
But you weren't switching gears, you were just letting off, putting it in neutral, right?
Yeah.
Shift it nice and easy. Yeah, don't quick shift it. Just once you're in the gas, you're okay, but don't come off the clutch quick and don't shift it fast.
I gotta get used to it.
Most people stall it the first time they move it. And then they apologize for stalling it.
Shit. Yeah, it feels so abnormal because I'm used to the high engagement.
Now it engages in the middle.
Yeah.
You want an ice cream? I'll take an ice cream. It's some music to draw me in. Let's see what we got.
So not only did we put a clutch in that today, John's gonna buy him a screwball.
Do the ice cream.
Yeah.
So screwball, what did you want?
They don't have anything I can eat.
You don't want anything?
No.
You don't want anything just to look at it?
That one.
Fruit bar's not that bad.
Pretty good. Fruit bar?
Yeah, why not?
All right, one of those for him.
Strawberry,
Is the mango one that?
mango, strawberry, coconut.
I'll do I'll have the coconut one. That sounds good.
I'll do a king size cone, please.
He's gonna do this one here.
The Big Daddy.
Big Daddy cone.
There, I never done that before.
I saw that. What's that?
I think fishtail, like, it's nuts how fast that revved up.
Yeah, when I said you can get on it in gear, George is going to go see Austin. I'm going to throw everybody's trash away. And that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. See you on the next video. Don't forget, enjoy your clutch. Let's do it again. We didn't get very good hands. A bit too tall to be spun around right now. This is the Napoleon Dynamite scene, by the way. If you don't know what this is, at the end, it's his idea.
Yeah, I tried to record stuff so it looks like a little skit in the movie.
We're Napoleon Dynamite fans, so it's, you know.
Yeah.
Really, I really would like to get some, you know, woven polymer stuff and test it with, you know, the truck.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool. Actually, we have a Tupperware thing of Estes. Maybe we test it. We'll test it in the truck again. Yeah, let's just do that.
Yeah.